What's up, guys? I'm Joseph. I'm the owner of this house. And this is Gary Irwin, the architect for this house. And I figured it'd be cool for you guys to meet him. And maybe you guys write questions on the bottom and if you want to ask him questions. But I'm going to ask him a few questions now so you guys get an idea of like the process of this house. Gary, how long have you been an architect, first of all?
Since 1989.
1989. I was born in 1988. So he was an architect for 1 year when I was born. He wasn't. No, I'm sorry. He was an architect. I'm so dumb. Oh my God.
Don't say that. You're alive. You know,
All
actually,
right,
I've been an
so
architect.
19, how many years is that?
I've had my license for 35 years.
How many homes have you designed?
400.
4? Holy shit. That's a lot of homes. What's your favorite thing about being an architect?
The people.
Talk to the camera. The
The
people?
people. The most important thing is the right client. You got to meet the right person. This is the right person. A lot of fun to work with. So if you don't have communication with your client, or if you don't like your client, that's a bad mix. You avoid that.
Yeah.
So the first thing to find out is, can I communicate with this person? Do they like me? And if they do, it can be so much fun.
It's very personal designing.
Yeah, very
somebody's home,
personal.
yeah.
You ask a lot of personal questions. You get to know the people intimately, their lifestyle and everything, what they like, what they don't like. And that helps you design a house. So at least that's my experience.
So, all right, talking about this house, why is this house so unique and special? It's unique and special, right?
Because it meets the requirements of this man, who has a very unique set of requirements. But
I have a special set of taste and skills.
you know, the fact that most of the house has all cathedral ceilings everywhere eliminates a lot of structural requirements that you usually need, so you have to work around that. So the cathedral ceilings in here are unique. The finishes that they're selecting to put in are very special, and it's got a very slick look inside. When it's going to be all done, it's going to be spectacular inside and out. So very simple in design, contemporary look. A lot of good planning.
Nobody's doing ranches, right? When's the last time you designed a ranch?
Never.
New construction.
Never done a ranch.
This is your first ranch? So out of 400 homes, this is his first ranch.
A lot of my homes are rebuilds of existing structures, but they're significant.
Yeah.
So I do large rebuilds, like something starting at like $500,000. So it's not just a small addition, it's repurposing the whole house, adding something significant to it, or possibly tearing it all down to the foundation, which is where this started. But this ended up being a new house. So those are the funnest things to do, the new houses.
Very cool.
Otherwise, this I mostly like the cathedral spaces in the entry foyer and in the main house. The intent of what they're trying to...
is crazy, 21 feet.
What we're trying to accomplish with the finished look on that is something that's rare and unique. So you won't see any drop beams hanging down anywhere. They'll be all flush finishes, and you'll wonder how is it being held up.
Yeah.
So
what about I'm getting a lot of questions on the beam, the 60-foot beam that goes from one end of the house to the other?
There's a ridge beam that goes across the whole roof that's holding up the whole structure. That is a unique thing to do. I haven't put many ridge beams in a house that size. Maybe I've never put a ridge beam in a house that size. So that was kind of unique, and all the connections to handle wind loads on the house are all incorporated into the connections for that piece of steel, because there's large windows around the back of the house that make a wall almost go away since it's mostly windows. So you use a lot of that to brace structure when you're engineering a house.
I see the framer struggling to frame the details.
It's very challenging. The cuts that the framers have to make to connect live valley beams and ridges together, and the blocking you have to put in the steel beam is all very complicated. You need critical lengths, cut exact. Like you can't be off by a quarter of an inch. It's almost like you're building a kitchen cabinet when you do a structure like that. So you need a really good framer that can handle all this stuff.
So hiring the right framer is key, I'm very lucky I hired a good guy here. We started this end of July. Yeah. And we're beginning middle of September now, and we're basically almost done. They got another week in here.
We got all the radiant heating in there, which is cool.
Heat is done. That's
we just looked at that install. They did a really nice job with that.
Yeah.
The diffusing system for the AC is a really cool system that I haven't used a lot. These linear diffusers, they got a really clean, high-tech look.
There's a lot of cool features in this
nearly
house.
Invisible in the house. We're putting them in key locations, which they become part of the design, rather than just a diffuser register located in random spots on your ceiling. Everything's planned out to a level of detail that's extreme. And it's nice to be able to do something like that, because a lot of people don't have the time, don't want to look at it at that level, and maybe don't have the money to do it either. Yeah. Because all these things drive your cost up.
Hell yeah.
So, but it's going to be beautiful.
What's your favorite thing about this house?
The living space, the cathedral ceiling in there.
Cathedral ceiling.
Yeah. The windows out the back. I like that large open space. I like what Milan really pushed for, those two intersecting roof details.
You just reminded me of a great question.
Yeah.
Milan is the designer. How was it working with designers? Was she a good designer? Was it difficult working with her? Do you normally work with designers?
I've worked with designers over the years, sure.
Is it easier with a designer?
No,
No, it's harder.
because they
They want their own thing.
you got two powerful people with two ideas and they're never the same. So I bow down to the client. I always say the client is the owner. You listen to them and give them what they want. Whereas I find a lot of designers have their vision and they really push for their vision. And sometimes
Not with me. I'm the decision maker.
yeah, he makes the decisions. I just make sure he likes all the decisions. And Milan was great to work with. Wonderful person, very respectful
She really is. Yeah,
to everything.
Yeah.
To
She's
me,
respectful to my ideas.
my
too, and I'm
ideas,
very
and she had
happy
great
about it.
ideas too. So I don't think we had a conflict here.
Yeah.
And I've never worked with her before. So working with her was fun.
So, do you think? Or so I made changes on site here.
Yeah,
Is that normal for
sure, of course.
in the framing stage to make changes on site?
You make changes till the job is done.
And is it normal for a architect to come out, do site visits?
Sure, depends.
How many site visits is normal?
It depends on the set of plans you get. So some architects do that in their contract. They'll come out like once a week, once a
wow.
month. I
So
try to.
when you're hiring an architect, make sure site visits are included, right? That's good. That's good advice.
What's good? It's well,
You also don't want them coming out every week. It's a lot of money, right? It's charges per.
like I rarely come to the site because I try to get everything on the set of plans to
Yeah,
begin
yeah.
with. So unless you make a big change, you really don't need me. Unless unless you're working on an existing structure and there's unknown conditions that
Yeah,
couldn't be
yeah,
determined before you started the job.
Or what? The framer
So-
being confused about the ceiling here.
Yeah, this is like my first time here. I think
I think it's your first time here.
I came and looked at the dig.
Yes.
So, and one other time when I was driving by.
Yeah.
So I'm in the area a lot up here. So if I drive by a job under construction, I might just go in and take a look at it to see if I see anything that I should alert the owner about.
So are you for hire? If somebody watching wants to
course.
hire you,
Yeah,
are you
well,
for hire? Okay, I'll share his contact info.
Yeah.
I don't want you to get bombarded with just people asking you dumb questions, right?
Well, I answer questions. Phone calls are easy to
Yeah,
respond
if you're
to.
established, you're gonna get 100
Yeah.
phone calls.
No,
If
I-
you're a serious buyer of a new construction house in New Jersey, reach out to me and I'll connect you with my team. This way you don't get bombarded and harassed. Because your
I
time is
appreciate
worth
that.
a lot of money.
I like talking to the people though, but
Of course,
you're right. It eats up a day pretty quickly.
100%.
So
Well, Gary, thank you so much. I appreciate
welcome.
everything you've done.
pleasure working
You're
with
the
you.
man.